Hello, I am Boris from Boredom Sated, and doing a video sort of by ourselves because of all the um, social distancing and global events. So this video is about Batman. So it's everybody always tries to create Batman in different role-playing game, and because of the rules within Pathfinder 2. We really think, well, at least I think, you can get very close to Batman as possible. Even better than in most other role-playing games. And this is allowed because of two aspects. One is the play-tested rules on the Investigator, which if you look in the videos that we have, we analyze the Investigator. Just check out that video. Plus the optional rule within the DM, which allows you for dual class. So if we were to combine those two rules, hopefully when the player's guide comes out, we'll have an official Investigator, which will be able to officially combine the Investigator and the Monk to produce a within rules optional dual class Batman character. So let's begin on what it would take. Now again, I'm doing as a 10th level character because anything lower you just don't really produce enough skill sets and points to resemble Batman. You're getting closer with every level, but 10th is really where you start to stand out. And even at 10th, you're probably maybe a year one Batman. But still, you're getting close there. And also 10th is a reasonable level to get within most role-playing games. So if that is your goal, that's how you can do it. Now, what I've selected is not optimal. It's not, I'm not saying it's the best choices, but it just allows you to create a Batman type character. So let's go over everything on how to create the character so you guys can do it on your own. So we'll begin with the stats. So at 10th level, the stat line should be Strength 14, Con 16, Wisdom 14, Dex 18, Intelligence 18, and Charisma 14. Now again, there's always debates on his strength, his con, but as the levels increase and you hit 20th, all of them will be at the highest human possibility, and you will have, stat-wise at least, a very good Batman-like character. But for 10th level, I think that is a reasonable description of what Batman as an individual is. So then let's go over ancestry. Is very simple. It's human. Background also very simple. Noble. Just to go with the Bruce Wayne, a rich background portions. So those are all straightforward. Now let's go through each level all the way up to 10th so that you guys can see and take a look at how this character would look like. So at first level, for the Investigator, we would take On the Scene, which lets you be that detective aspect, and with the empiricism methodology for the Investigator. Also using the natural ambition ancestral feat, we would also take flexible studies. Again, giving all that knowledge from the Investigator and the detective straight to the character. From the Monk, we would take the crane stance, and the reason we're going with the crane stance is because AC is very important. Batman always derives not taking the punch, but totally avoiding it, and crane is, as they say, a soft style, which gives you improvement on your AC, so that's why we went with the crane. Now, a couple of other things. Now, I'm going to list a couple of skill feats. You don't have to take them in this order. You might even take some other ones. Skill feats, there's a tons of them, and what Batman has is, just a plethora of different selections across the board. So the skill feats, not necessarily in this order, not necessarily even these, but I feel this really describes Batman reasonably well. So at first level, I took breath control, giving him the ability to hold his breath significantly, and that's really important for the character. So let's jump to this second level. At second level, we went to frame the case for the investigator, which again is more of the detective portion for the investigator. And if you want to learn exactly what it does, you can check out the investigator video, but I'm just listing these on how they would work out. Then second level monk would be Stunning Fist, which again goes to the hand-to-hand portion of Batman, and the second level skill, Catfall, allowing him to fall and not take damage at certain distances. At third level for the general feat, I would recommend Streetwise, just to give him a better, more knowledge base within his overall character class. Then at fourth level, I would take Predictive Purchase, which is in line with Batman's utility belt. He pulls out all the necessary items and has any mundane item of up to half his level ready to pull out for any circumstances, which is pretty much the utility belt. At fourth level, also would take I would take the Alchemist Dedication for the monk feat. That gives him the ability to create all of his bombs and more alchemic portions that again is in line with his scientific knowledge and his utility belt. At fourth level, I took Read Lips. Again, that is more to being able to know what people are saying at a distance and things. Again, skill feats, it's up in the air and you can decide for yourself. Then at fifth level, Clever Improviser, which I think is important. It sort of gives him any skill feat that he doesn't have trained as trained, which goes again into Batman's knowledge base. At sixth level, I took the thorough research, more to the detective aspects of the investigator, and more to the understanding and being able to show up on the scene and do the research and solve crime. And for the monk, I took Crane Flutter, which is, again, increasing the AC, going again with Batman avoiding punches rather than taking them. Also, as the sixth level feat, I took snare crafting. And I probably wouldn't use large snares, but definitely small snares in line with the utility belt. Then at seventh level for the general feed, I took Toughness. Again, even though he really tries to avoid taking punches, when he takes punches, he's very sturdy, and that is in line with the overall Batman character. At eighth level for the investigator, I took Clue Them All In. Just because it's, Batman does aid all the people around him and helps them out significantly. As eighth level monk, I took Whirling Throw. more in line to the style he has in keeping opponents, especially bigger opponents, away from him, and intimidating glare as the skill. At 9th level, I took incredible and improvisation action, and that it gives you a bonus to any skill that you're using with improvisation action. So in other words, it's not trained, it becomes as if you're trained and gives you a bonus of +4 to that skill, which is gives him that skill aspect across the board. Then at 10th level, I took Suspects of Opportunity, which again allows him to be the detective that he is. And for the monk, Sleeper Hold, which allows him to potentially have a chance to knock out opponents rather quickly if he grapples them and critically succeeds. Not a huge chance, but a reasonable chance, to be in line with that he can knows how to punch correctly and knock out opponents. And for the 10th skill set, keep up, which allows him to insta-stand if he falls or is on the ground. So that, I think, would be a really nice 10th level Batman character. Again, it's reliant on an optional rule that GM has to allow, which is dual class, as well as the Investigator, which is not official. Hopefully it'll be official by the time in August. We'll see it, and I'll adjust if necessary to this video. So let us know what you think in the comment section, and maybe let us know what other superhero you would like to see created within the Pathfinder 2 dual class utilization system. I think it's really interesting, and it really gives you that opportunity to create unique characters. They're way overpowering. This is an amazingly overpowered character. That's why dual class is under GM's option. For small games, I think it's very efficient. Small games meaning 3 people. At 4 people, maybe. And at 5 people, you don't need to really do it. But that's my opinion. Not necessarily should be taken as rule requirement. Well, this is Boris from Board and Sated. I hope you like this video. Please subscribe, leave a comment, and we will see you on our next video. Thank you.